And I don't really fear, you know, the consequences of this kind of stuff, because I know we'll be okay. We've got a color-coded terror system. That's great. And we have the emergency broadcast system, so that's going to save a lot of lives. What if you're not watching TV or listening to the radio? Do they just come to your door? This is a test. You know what the emergency broadcast system is a test of? Your remote control. Can't they just work on shit to make... Isn't there some way... I thought technology was supposed to save us. Do you know what they've recently done? They recently reconstituted the 1918 avian flu. The one that was the pandemic that went across the world. They reconstituted it. They made it come alive again just to see if there was anything they could learn. Hey, I have one quick lesson. Don't reconstitute the deadly virus. What are these scientists doing? In 40 years, do you know the one thing they've cured? Erectile dysfunction. Polio was the 50s, then now it's impotence. Okay, so they cured impotence. Now they're just trying to make sure that you can have a hard-on all weekend. Do you see the commercials? Don't you think people should say, okay, we're hard. Move on to cancer. It's They got guys working on cloning. There's 6 billion people in the world. Somewhere in a basement, a scientist is going, I just figured out how to make people. Sex is working. They spend billions of dollars. Remember Dolly the sheep? Billions of dollars to clone a sheep. To make a sheep that looks identical to another sheep. Isn't that the whole point of sheep? Don't they all look identical? Isn't that why we count them when we're going to sleep? If they didn't look alike, that wouldn't work. 1, 2, oh shit. That guy had a unibrow. They're the ones that are going to make us go away. Not war, not famine, science. Those guys are the ones that are going to take us out of here, because it advances because it can. It just doesn't stop. That's why I'm not really much of a conservationist. I think it's too arrogant. The idea that we're going to be here long enough to run out of shit seems very unlikely to me. People say, save the earth. The earth will be fine. We're the ones leaving. As far as the earth is concerned, we're a mild case of eczema. And I'll tell you how I know. Science just marches on with no idea. Did you know right now in Brookhaven, Long Island, they have a giant particle accelerator, super collider, that is shooting gold ions at hyperspeed at each other. And the reason they're doing that is they postulated that these are the conditions that created the Big Bang. Now just think about that for a second. A scientist said, I think I figured out how the universe started. Let's go do it. Let's give it a whirl. And you know what's fucked up? They're going to. It's gonna happen. Man will leave this earth not with sadness. The last thing that we say won't be, my God, what have we done? The last words man will utter on this earth are, hey, it worked. Because the limitation of science is the limitation of us. We're idiots. We got swept up by the Macarena. We don't know anything. For everybody working on cures and things. And now there's 10 other dudes in a back room trying to grow a dick on a cow's head. You know these people. You room with them. They are the scientists of the future. This is not healthy.